Yo, what's up, Patreon? Jason here. I got this killer petty music backing track. It says spicy Latin funk guitar backing track in B minor. It's great. I'm using an A harp. This one you can't play too hard. It'll do this rattle thing. You hear that at the very end? So if you're wondering what's going on with me in my head right now, so the default scale that I'm using is a harmonic minor scale, which is not the easiest scale to play in third. It's got the overdraw in the top octave right there, which I miss a lot. Right, but so I'm going out of the scale there, right? Just to get some chromaticism. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk to you about. So in the last little video I made, I talked about how important it is to stay in the scale, right? Well, the reason for that is because we're not going to stay in the scale. So we need to know how to do that so that when we do deviate from it, we deviate with a deliberate thing, and we deviate using our ears, okay? Which a lot of you guys are like, hey, yeah, I play by ear. And that's great. You should play by ear. And your ear is the most important thing that's going to lead you as a musician your whole life. I mean, I don't just mean the physical act of listening. I mean, just intuition and going, okay, where do I feel like the next right place is to land, or to go to? But in order to develop that ear, if you stay in a small grouping of notes, like I've said in my videos, just minor pentatonic. So forget all that fancy stuff. Let me just play minor pentatonic. So no bends, middle octave. I put in an extra note. So that's just minor pentatonic. So I'm kind of observing the changes. 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 5. I went out. But when I went out of the scale, I went out to a note that relates to the chord. So that's what I want to talk to you about. So my decision to leave the scale wasn't based on because I wanted to blow on that hole, or because I'm used to blowing on the hole. The decision to leave the scale was based on the fact that I knew that note was a harmony of 5. And so without thinking about it, I went there because I knew it was okay. And it didn't matter if I was in the scale or not because I know that note works. But one of the things is, even though a note will work, and even though you know it will work, right, you don't want to deviate from it because you may change the vibe of the scale, like the ethnicity of the scale. Like, you know, like Charlie Beatty from Little Charlie and the Nightcats talks to me a lot about that, about putting in notes, even notes that work, that maybe shouldn't be in there, right? Because it sounds like more gypsy-ish, like we were talking about the harmonic minor scale. So anyway, there's a lot going on up here. I know it doesn't look like it. But most of it comes from just sitting down and practicing one thing at a time. So like if you're sitting at home and you're watching me play this stuff, and for some reason you're thinking, oh, I want to be able to play like that, and you pick up a harmonica and you try to do all the stuff that I was doing, well, you might get kind of close if you pick up the right harp, okay? But pretty soon you're going to go, oh, well, it doesn't sound like him and I'm frustrated, you know? Like, if you have a good ear, you'll know that it doesn't sound like me, right? But here's the thing, though, like, that's not a bad thing. You just practice what you can. So you pick one of the things that I'm doing and do that day. And then, like, the pentatonic, like the thing I went... Maybe learn it in the bottom octave too. And you know, I got videos on that. So you like pick one of those things and you just work on that. And then you move to the, like another thing, like the harmonic minor scale. And I got a video on that, right? You watch that video and you go, okay, like he's doing it in third position and I see why. And like, and I can already play minor pentatonic in third. And I've seen like the other videos where I tell you guys, like, hey, look, like, even if you're going to play Dorian, even if you're going to play harmonic minor, even if you're going to play any other minor scale, like, most of those scales have, except the harmonic minor, but they have all the notes that are in the minor pentatonic in them. So you can play a simpler version of that scale that's more meat and potatoes and blues and funk based. And then you can start to expand it and maybe add one note. Like if you added a 3-draw, right, in third, right, that would be Dorian, right? Or 3-draw half-step bend would be Aeolian. But you don't want to add them all, right? But it's not like you can't play them all, right? But you got to play them with, like, deliberate, like, knowledge. But you just do them one at a time. And then later you kind of reward yourself with that, like, playing them all. So I'll start off pentatonic, and then I'll go into the harmonic minor. Okay, so just pentatonic. So I'm just running up and down the scale. Like, I'm not doing, I mean, rhythmically, I'm not just going. That'd be cool, though. Right? So if I just change it up a little bit, staying in the pentatonic. And sorry, I hit that 2 draw on 5. All minor pentatonic. So now I'll just take one note of the harmonic minor scale. Let's give myself 2 blow, right? 5 blow. The two note of a major scale. So. Right, so moving in the second octave. So I just put that into the minor pentatonic. Right. So now I'll put the whole scale in. So that means now that I'm going to play harmonic minor, I'm going to get rid of the 1 blow and the 4 blow because of that ethnicity. Even though the 1 blow and the 4 blow are a flat 7, which is a blues note, and these are blues changes, I'm not going to use that note unless it's a passing note, like unless I'm going up chromatically somewhere else. So instead of going, I'm going to add the 4-drop bend, the major 7 of 1, and that'll give me that harmonic minor scale. And also I now have the 3-draw half-step bend and the 6 overblow. I put the 1 blow in, but anyway, yeah. I was actually feeling pretty good about a lot of that stuff that I just played there. And the reason that I was feeling good about it was because I took that time to warm up, showing you guys what to do. So like me just playing the pentatonic for a little while and then giving myself these extra notes as we go made me have a better solo. So if it's helping me, I need to, do what I say to you guys too, right? Anyway, what's up, y'all? What's going on with me? I've been muscling through Jazz Fest, through rehearsals, learning new songs every day, just about teaching students, trying to keep up with YouTube and Patreon. I got 5 days coming off if I can make it through the next 8 days. I think I can, right? I think I can. It's going to be a great day today. Got a gig with Joe Crown tonight, and I'm here with you guys on Patreon saying thank you very, very much and keeping you updated. So here's some big news, guys. We got a new guitar player in the bad kind, Mr. Brent Johnson. So after all the years with John, it's been 12 years with John. They were in 12 incredible years. John and I and everybody have decided to kind of do something a little different. And we're going to be going in, more of a jazz, funk, and traditional blues direction. So we're going to, I don't mean to combine those things. The jazz and the funk will get combined. The traditional blues will have its place. But I really wanted a guitar player that was, backed, that's where their heart was, So Brent's the guy. We're looking forward to him joining us. Kate's going to be singing a lot more. She's going to be doing stuff off of her Trouble with Dibble album with the band, and we're going to be learning lots of new material. We got a brand new booking agency too, so touring is happening a lot more coming up. As long as this COVID thing remains where it is now and it doesn't get too much worse and they don't shut everything down, we should have a great year. And we're really looking forward to it. Jazz Fest, French Quarter Fest, lessons, gigs, studio, and everything. Yeah. Sometimes it feels good to just play for me. Now I'll just arpeggiate each chord. So you can hear I was kind of changing the arpeggio on the 5. I put in a major third on there because it's part of the harmonic minor scale. So there I'm mixing my thinking of arpeggios with scales just because I thought it sounded better. So I just used my ear to just pick it out. So my brain told me, well, these are the right notes. And then my ear said, well, I like that one better. So just on the 1 chord, 1, 3, and 5. 4 draw, 5 draw, 6 draw, and then 4, 2 draw, 3 draw bend, 4 draw, 5. So I 3 double bend, 4 draw, half step bend, 5 blow. Those are the only 3 chords in here. So you can see how important arpeggiating is, right? So I'll just arpeggiate for just a second. Put a little lick in at the end. So that's just arpeggiating, just picking each note in the chord. And then what you do is you find, the harmonic minor scale has all the notes that I like in it, and it has all the notes in every chord arpeggio. So I can do 2 things at the same time. I can play harmonic minor, but I can play it within it, a basic knowledge of harmony, of where's 1, 3, and 5 of each chord, right? Look, if it sounds like French right now and it doesn't make any sense to you guys, not that French doesn't make sense, it probably makes more sense in English. If you don't understand what it is, and I'm saying all this stuff, arpeggiate, scales, 1, 3, 5, major 7, and none of that computes right now, well, just remember it didn't compute to me not that long ago. But I started doing one little thing at a time. Right? Just picked one thing that somebody said, and I kind of understood part of it, and I tried to do that. Just like maybe the root notes. So let me just play the root note of every chord. All right, Carol, my man, Carol, right? You watching? I know you're watching. All right, I've been on him about root notes. Let's just play root notes. So here's the root of each chord. In third position on an A harp in B minor. B minor, 1. 2 draw, 4. B minor, 1. 5. 3 double bend, 1. Back to 4. 5. I think that was right. 1. 1, 5, 1, and then is it 4, and then 5, 4, 1. So there I am. There's the whole chord. There's the second chord. 5, 1. I don't even think I did that right. It still sounded good. So, because all of the notes that are in the arpeggios are in the scale. So even if I messed them up, I'm still it just sounds like I'm soloing cool. Maybe it sounds like maybe I did it on purpose, right? Anyway, start with root notes. Start with whatever it is that you think you can get. Or just listen. Look, I listen to guys on YouTube all the time. Saxophone players, especially piano players, guitar players, that I don't understand half of what they're saying. I really don't, but I just listen to it, and I try not to get, I try not to, say to myself, what are you doing? Why are you listening to this guy and you don't understand anything he says, or you're so stupid, or you should have gone to school, or you should have paid more attention in school, or you'll never be any good at this, or you're never going to get to this place, and who are you kidding listening to this crap? You don't get any of it. Who do you think you are? Look, I have these voices in my head too, guys, but I don't let them get to me anymore, because I've been around long enough now. I'm almost 50. I've been around long enough, and I've been doing this since I was a kid. Since I was 13, and I got really serious at 17 or 18 years old. And I've been around long enough to know that if you're just around this stuff, if you put yourself around it, even if you don't understand it, your ear starts hearing it, and you get more and more confident over time. And then you get more and more confident and more comfortable not knowing everything. And you can even make jokes about it. Man, some of these musicians out there that I play with, man, they make jokes about how they don't know anything. They know twice as much as me. And I know they're downplaying it, right? But it's that attitude of being comfortable with not knowing that made them good. And the reason they downplay it, it's not false humility. It's keeping that attitude of I'm teachable. There's still a lot more to learn. I'm not the shit, or I'm not the worst. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not the best guy ever, and I'm not the worst guy ever. I'm somewhere in between, And that's another thing. When we have a great gig, It's never as good as we thought it was when we watch it back. And when we have a bad gig, it's never as bad as we thought it was either, right? And we can make it that way. In our heads, we can say, oh, that was the best gig. And then we look at the gig and we can kid ourselves and say, oh, that's the best I've ever played. But it probably wasn't, right? We're usually somewhere in between. And this learning process is the same thing. Anyway, man, I could go on all day, right? Like, I'm just feeling it. It's only 25 minutes. We'll keep talking. All right. Let's go back to the music. This is a little chromatic run I've been working on. I've been having a lot of trouble with getting this 7-draw overdraw in, even on my harps. And, you know, they're set up pretty good. But it doesn't really matter. It's really just the combination of notes. Let me try it again. It's very pretty. I hear a lot of guys around here playing it. It goes like this. So it's that right here. Ah. What's wrong with me? Ah, come on, Jason. Mess around with it a little more. Yeah, man, that chromatic stuff up top in third. You know, that lick is probably a lot easier to do in the bottom octave, and I haven't learned it. Okay, so let me learn that part. How's that? Ah. Ah. All right, you guys get to see me learn something. Okay, so I'm gonna move a lick from the bottom octave to the top octave. So the first part, no, that's not right. So I gotta go 3. That's 6 draw, bend, 6 draw. So I gotta go 3 double bend to 3 triple bend, 3 double bend. There's that noise on this harp. So I gotta play softer. Okay, that might be hard. That's it. Wow, intonation's tough on that. That's why I never learned it down there. Slowest way is the fastest, Jason. Wow, intonation issues all day. There's got to be a way to make that sound good. Part of it's this harmonica. Part of it's me. And that I know. Well, I don't have another. Oh, wait. Is there. Here's another. It's my other bag of spare harps. Okay, so this is an old Marine band that doesn't make that vibrating noise. I don't know why that one does. Much easier on this harp. Still doesn't sound like as good as. So the good news is though, after I get that lick down, this part won't be as hard. I just gotta make it sound good. Oh boy. All right, it sounds okay. A couple of warm-up bends. It's important to laugh, right, guys? Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and practice in front of you. That's pretty damn selfish. But maybe it helps for you to see that I struggle too, right? And like, you know, there's a reason I don't have that lick there. And it's because I don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the work, right? That was hard. Right? But then I'll go and hear somebody else who did the work and I'll go, okay, time to do the work. Because that sounded badass, right? It doesn't come natural. It's not easy. It's not one of the things that the harmonica excels at. But, you know, but when you get it really good, it sounds like it excels. And I'm not there yet, but just those bends, I used to feel that way about just playing those bends. And now I can really lay them on thick. I'm getting there. I need to sit down and work on that, and I'm gonna do that, I hope, not today, but another day. Another day. Love y'all, Patreon. Enjoy the video. I'll talk to you guys soon, and I appreciate all the pledges. Hey, let me do some shout-outs. Let's do some shout-outs. Let's go over to Patreon and welcome some new Patreon people. We got a couple of new guys. Let's see, hit them notifications. Send them a message. What's up, y'all? Let's see what we got. All right. My man, Luis, jumped his pledge from $1 to $5 a month. Thank you, bro. Mauricio, Luis, appreciate it. My man, Ian Ramsey, welcome aboard. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man, $4 to $10 a month from STFRSC. My man, thank you, bro. Pledge from Gene Lambert. Pledge from David Brown. Thank you, guys. Oh, Keith Terrell deleted his $1 a month. Bye, bro. Maybe you'll be back. Thanks anyway for what you did for the time you were here, but you're not seeing this because you're not here to see this. Look at this great stuff that's happening here today, right? All right, let's see. So that's some new Patreon people. I appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Look, I put up these videos, these Patreon-only videos. It's usually at least one a month. Sometimes it's two, sometimes it's more. Sometimes depending upon what mood I'm in, I don't talk about music. I might talk about the music business. I might talk about other stuff. But sometimes we do long lessons like today, like where I don't have to edit 8 hours of footage. I mean, edit 30 minutes of footage. It takes me 8 hours or more to get through that much. Easily 8 hours. If I were to edit this lesson that you watched here today, woo, man, and I don't have to sound perfect, right? Like on YouTube, I want to sound good, right? And so somebody doesn't write nasty things. But I really don't care. Here on Patreon, it's about getting to know each other, getting to know music, learning music. I mean, it's about that on YouTube too, but I try to make it a little bit more professional. You know, wear shirts with sleeves and, you know, do stuff to my hair and not say bad words and stuff like that. But here on Patreon, we just let our hair down, talk. You guys get to know me a little bit better and all my imperfections and flaws and the good stuff too, the good stuff that I don't share, the little parts of my personality that maybe I let come out a little more here. Let your all personalities come out here too. This is a community. It's starting to become a community. People like Mal, people like Travis, people like Carol, all of you guys starting to interact and ask each other questions, friending each other on Facebook, through you know, meeting each other through my YouTube channel and through here and through the internet. Appreciate you guys. Love watching that happen. Sincerely, I love watching that happen. And I'll see you next time. See you next time, y'all. Bye.